Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Smart English with Ms. Bashra with another series of 30 days speaking course only on YouTube by Ms. Bashra Kadir. In today's class, we are going to talk about shadow reading. As in the previous session, I already told you that we are moving towards to the practice of shadow reading. So hey smart learners, today we will practice the slow shadow reading. In this, we are going to cover up morning, work, school, and evening daily habits. In the previous lesson, I talked about all the private, present simple sentences and present tense. But now in today's class, we are going to cover up past and future also. Let's get to start today's class. Slow reading practice includes your understanding and connection to the teacher. You have to repeat after me one by one. Morning routine. I usually wake up at 7 a.m. I always brush my teeth and washed my face. I often ate a bowl of cereal for breakfast. I usually packed my school bag the night before. I always said goodbye to my family. Afternoon routine. I usually have lunch at 1 p.m. I always brushed my teeth and washed my face. I always did my homework after lunch. I often played outside with friends. I sometimes helped mom in the kitchen. I usually read a story for 20 minutes. I always tidied up my room. Evening routine. I usually had dinner at 7 p.m. I always took a bath before bedtime. I often watched a cartoon for half an hour. I sometimes drew a picture for my day. I usually said thank you for the day. I usually brush my teeth again. Bedtime routine. I usually put on my pajamas at 8:30 p.m. I always listen to a bedtime story. I often hug my pillow and thought of tomorrow. I sometimes turn off the lights early. I usually said goodnight to my mom and dad. I always slept at 9 p.m. So, listeners, this was the practice of past tense. Now we are moving towards to understand the future tense in a very simple way. So, in today's lesson, we are going to cover up our both past and future tenses, and definitely, yeah. We need to practice, and practice makes a man perfect. That is true. So, today is the last class of present, past, and future simple tense. Now onwards, we'll moving towards another tense and not only tense. There will be much more things that are coming. Let's continue our slow reading practice again. You all have to repeat after me, just. That's all you have to do for today. The morning routine of the future simple tense that could be I usually wake up at 7 a.m. I always brush my teeth and wash my face. I always, I will often eat a bowl of cereal for breakfast. I will sometimes play with my toys before school. I usually pack my school bag the night before. I'm saying I'll, right? I'll always say goodbye to my family. I'm not saying only I'm putting will also, the contraction. Slow reading passage will continue of the afternoon routine. I usually have lunch at 1 p.m. I always do my homework after lunch. I will often play outside with friends. I'll sometimes help my mom in kitchen and I'll always tidy up my room. I'll usually read story for 20 minutes. And then we have the evening routine. I will usually have dinner at 7 p.m. I will always take a bath before bedtime. I'll often watch a cartoon for half an hour. I'll sometimes draw a picture for my day. I'll usually say thank you for the day. And the last, we have the bedtime routine. That is the last routine. I will usually put on my pajamas at 8:30 p.m. I'll always listen to a bedtime story. I will often hug my pillow and think of tomorrow. I will sometimes turn off the lights, early. I will usually say goodnight to my mom and dad. So, here at the conclusion, I would suggest all of you to use the clear sentence and correct sentence. Fluency doesn't matter, your correction of the sentence is very important. As you can see, in the future simple tense, we are using will with first form of verb, and adverb of time is enhancing your sentences. Along with that, if you can see in the past simple sentence, I was not using will, I was using second form of verb. So, this is the whole conclusion of today's lesson, that we did the practice of it, and hope to see you in the other video. And also, I'm going to have the live quiz session with all of you, and over there, your participation is very required. Quiz is all the time my favorite things to learn and do, and I'm really looking forward to see all my smart learners over there. Stay connected.